Hey guys, Jonah here once again, back with another beer review, and I am back on track with my Vocation brews. As you can see, I've got my Vocation glass. I'm going to do at least another one. So we had the sour one yesterday. Today we have got this bad boy, which is a collab beer. There we go. Oh, fantastic. For a change, it kind of focused on there. It's a glitch brewed in collaboration with Brew London, special edition, obviously, and it's a DDH pale ale, double dry hopped pale ale of 5.2. And then tomorrow, I think we're going to do something slightly darker. Let's see. I always have problems when it's with the lighter coloured things. So let's see if it will focus perhaps here. Come on, dude. Maybe if I put my hand in the way and come back here. There you go. Think you're seeing double. You'd be right with this juicy brew. Double the hops, Chamon. And it uses a special yeast called a London Fog yeast. I've got no idea what that is. It's not a proprietary one. It's a hazy beer, hoppy, soft, grapefruit, orange and lime, and soft, juicy finish. Of course, things have to be a bit juicy. And the hops in there are Amarillo and Citra. If we look around here on the ingredients, what have we got in there? We've got some wheat and some oats in that bad boy. Just about read this. And as I have said many times, Vocation is a brewery close to my heart because of my my best bud, my best friend, and I spoke to his dad, Ian, today because he was helping me with something to do with work. So shout out to you, Ian, my man. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can get that sorted out. It would be good because I'm being, yeah, run around. I've been given the run around, put it that way, and I'm really hoping that his help can sort me out. So this beer is both for my best friend Jim and to his dad, who's still with us, Ian. Cheers, my friend. We have got the Vocation glass, which I still think is a really amazing glass. So let's try and get that sort of in focus-ish, something like that, and then go cheers and beers. And we will see what we get. Oh, smells absolutely gorgeous. Fingers head and lovely big fluffy white cloud head, which is always good to see. And because this has got the wheat and oats in, I am very much hoping that I'm going to get some lovely tide lines coming down here with regards to the foam. But yeah, it's pretty cloudy, and I'm really glad once again that someone is listening to Unclejona. So cheers to Vocation, and calling this a pale ale and not an IPA, which is exactly what it should be. 5.2, kind of borderline though. If it was 5.5, you might have got away with calling this an IPA, to be honest. But I very much appreciate the fact that you didn't. And little things like that make Vocation, to me, one of those breweries that is pretty unique, shall we say. But they're doing some fantastic beers. Getting the tropicalness, getting the pineapple, little sweetness. I'll be interested to see what the actual yeast is. Brew London is probably a Brew London's house yeast, shall we say. If you can hear some coughing, my girlfriend's not having a good time at the moment. She's really coughing. So yeah, wish her well as well. Anyway, cheers to Jim and Ian. Drinking to your health, guys. Ooh. Interesting. I'm definitely getting the pineapple, that kind of juicy thing, but I'm getting a weird lychee kind of thing going on. And there is that sort of juicy orange mandarin type thing. And it was Amarillo, wasn't it? I think the hops in here. Yeah, Amarillo and Citra. So I don't know where that's coming from, but there's a new thing. If you are into the beer industry, and I might have spoken about it a couple of times, thiols are the new kind of the new buzzword in the brewing industry, and getting flavors specifically, and I'm not an expert, but specifically from the interaction between certain types of yeast and hop oils and different oils within the hops, not just alpha acids. It's not just about that, but about being able to access different flavor compounds. Really, really interesting stuff. So I wonder if this yeast perhaps is getting flavors that might not normally be associated with either Citra or Amarillo. So I'm getting mandarin and that sort of juiciness, but I'm not, and pineapple, but I'm not getting the traditional kind of marmalade thing that I usually get with Amarillo. So it might be that there's other hops in here too, and maybe they've done the dry hopping with Amarillo and Citra. It's literally just those two hops. I am super impressed because where are those other flavors coming from? It must be a yeast interaction, eh? Or a north v south kind of interaction. Let's drink to that. And as usual, when you have really good breweries, getting the balance of the wheat and oats gives such a silky smooth, yeah, flavour and aftertaste to the beer. And that is definitely what this has got. And as you can see through the vocation, I've kind of framed the vocation between two tide lines on the glass. I don't know if you can see that, but that's really good. And I'm pretty sure that it is the wheats and oats, because sometimes, although the sour beer that we had yesterday purported to have some in, but something about sour beers that the head does not stick around, it just vanishes, never to be seen again. So it's so interesting when you're talking about, and it's not just about chemistry and interactions between certain chemicals and things, but it's like how your recipe can affect things like the foam on the beer. It's just, it's amazing. Cheers, guys. Oh, does have quite a good bitterness anyway, but the double dry hopping in this case, it's not adding really any kind of real hoppy kind of bitterness, especially from the citrus. Citra usually gives sort of that kind of dankness and sort of old school West Coast style. This is superbly smooth. It's not bitter that much at all, even though I would not be surprised if there's an absolute shed load of hops in here. But it's giving loads and loads of different flavours. So the pineapple's there. Like I say, I'm getting sort of mandarin as opposed to a normal marmalade. Marmalade on toast, I think I usually say, which is Amarillo for me. Ooh, it is quite well carbonated. But yeah, really, really nice beer from Hebden Bridge, traditional town in Yorkshire, I believe, because it's on that side of the hills. Whereas if you go the other side, you're in well, basically you're hitting Manchester, and you know if you go over on that side, which I believe is Lancashire. And then you have to talk about the War of the Roses and all of that kind of stuff. But I would love to take a journey as a southern boy up to Hebden Bridge. Even though a lot of people think I've got a Yorkshire accent, I don't know where it comes from, but I've definitely got a unique way of talking, even though, yeah, I was born down south, you know. Vocation makes some amazing beers. Unfortunately, I do not think at the moment you can get this beer because it's a good two. When did I order these? Back in August, I think, and it's sold out now. But they've always got some sort of offer, and I believe if you go to Vocation at the moment, they will add a random free beer to your order. And if you order over 40 quid, you get the free delivery, which I always do because I'm tight. And they've always got some offers on. Oh, lovely tide lines all the way down. So there's one up here, one there, and one there. Absolute lovely look. Look at that. Lovely looking glass. But look at that foam. Look at that head, the way it sticks to the glass. That is perfection. The only things you could say I'm a bit of a heathen, but I drink quite a lot of Guinness and the Irish kind of nitro style beers. And the way they do their nitrogenated head is the stuff of legend. But for a normal beer, something like that looks really good to me. I love the way that you get those marks as you drink. It's like a road map. It shows you where you have been. Even though the glass is empty, you have got a really good idea of where you have been, like footprints in the snow. The other thing is there's definitely some white fruit in there. The dankness not so much, but I'm definitely getting a sort of lychee, and I don't usually get that with Citra or Amarillo. So I wouldn't be surprised if there are some other hops in there too. But as I say, if there aren't, my God, they've done some very, very good tropical type things with this beer. Really, really nice. I'm liking this one. Anyway, this has been Unclejona drinking Vocation beers and remembering people. Pardon me. I don't think Jim or Ian would be offended by that. Drinking beers. So, yeah, the dear departed don't have to anymore. But I hope he's keeping my seat warm at the bar because I'll be up there one day, brother. And yeah, we'll drink a few of the beers up in the clouds. Anyway, this has been Unclejona. I hope you've liked what you see. If you have, click like, click subscribe down below. You know how to do these kind of things to appease the elder gods of YouTube. And we'll see you for another Vocation beer tomorrow. Till then, shame on, guys.